Hello everyone, it's Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. I am back to share with you guys a tutorial on how I created my sequin shaker bows. This was requested by Anna. Hey girl, I hope this helps. I did verbally tell her how I created it, but she says she needs visually to see how it's made. I'm actually going to show you two different ways to gather it up in the middle, and then you can pick your preference of which one is easier or you like better. I was trying to find a tutorial from somebody else that did these sequin shaker bows, but the only ones I really could find were people doing the pom-pom ones. And I really wanted to see how they contain the sequins inside the tool so that none of it will fall out. So I think the method that I came up with will help with the sequins not falling out. Here is a sample. I haven't done anything to the middle. I actually just used some thread to cinch that up in the center, but it's super cute and you can see all the sequins in there. So there's the back. And you will get some in the back, and you really don't want to use the really teeny tiny sequins. Depending on the type of tool that you have, I just found that the 5 to like 8mm size sequins work the best in the tool. So let me share with you what you need to create these. So first you will need a nice sharp pair of scissors. I already created a sequin mix. I think I might have put some really tiny ones, but they've kind of floated to the bottom. So I'm only going to grab the ones near the top. And of course you will need some tulle. And I hope you guys can see that. It's really difficult to show tulle on camera, but this measures about 5 inches by like 3.5. And your size can vary depending on how big you want your bow. I like to keep mine about this size or maybe a little bit smaller, and this measures about 2.25 inches long, and it's about 1 inch wide. So the trick to it is that when I was using one piece of tulle, so many of my little tiny sequins were coming out. So I decided to go ahead and double up the tulle. So I have 2 pieces of the 5 inches by 3.5 inch tulle, and I just lay them on top of each other, and this seems to help contain whatever sequin mix I put in to the center. So I'm just going to take a little bit. Don't try to overfill it because you will have a mess. So you can see that I'm putting that towards the right side. And then I will grab another little scoop. And you can see that I have a clear open space in the middle, and that's going to help when we fold this up. And also make sure you're not too close to the edges on either side because everything will spill out. Ask me how I know that. So first we are going to take the bottom, grab both pieces, and fold that up halfway. And I don't really measure, I just kind of go right over the top of the sequins. And then I'm going to grab the other top portion and bring that down, and I'm going to bring it down right where this fold was, but I don't want to go over it so that it's less messy. So I'm going to place my fingers just like this so that nothing moves. I'm going to take the right side and fold that in towards the middle. And you probably will get a couple sequins here and there. Just try your best to push them out of the way. So this overlaps past the middle, I would say about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. And that's totally your personal preference. And then I'll hold that down and take the left side and do the same thing. So now you have something like this. So I carefully pick it up, and now I can go ahead and gather up the middle to close it off. So this is my preferred method. If you are not a sewer, this probably is going to make you cringe. I know Anna, when I told her that's what I did, she was like, I'm definitely not doing it that way. But like I said, I will show you another way. So for me, this is the easiest. First, what you want to do is put in a couple of stitches right at the bottom. You don't want to pull too tight because the weave of tulle is it's really open. So you want to put these kind of like tacking stitches in so that when you go and pull at it at the end, it won't just slip through all the holes in the tulle. So I did like 2 or 3 tacking stitches, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm back up on the back side and quickly do a very non-precise and quick running stitch, just like that. And you can see that I was kind of off center. Like the left side is a little bit smaller than the right, but I will show you how to fix that. So I'll just pull my needle through and my thread, and then basically with my other finger I'm just going to kind of squish that down, and then I'm just going to take my thread and wrap this around that center. So while I was wrapping, I kind of shifted it over to the right side so I can move that gathered line more towards the middle, and I hope that makes sense. So I wrap it about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that it is nice and tight, and then I'll go from the front to the back. It's really easy to go through with the needle because tulle is not thick, and then I will pull that through and then just put in a locking stitch on the back, and trim that off, making sure I don't cut anything I'm not supposed to. So that is what that looks like, and I was not too happy with all this other stuff sticking out. So what I normally do is, if you see this kind of sticks out, that's the part that we overlapped on the back. I'll fold the bow in half, kind of fan this out. This is why you need a really sharp pair of scissors, and I'm going to go as close as I can, but not in danger of actually cutting through the tulle. I've done that with other ones, so I want to be very careful. So if you're scared of cutting it, then don't even worry about it. And then on the inside, there's just like a couple pieces that stick out. I'll just kind of pull that out and just give it a little trim. And I know this is a little overboard, but this is my process and how I do things. So now look how much cleaner that is. So now you can use this on a project, and then you can stick something in the center. You can also take, I have these little pieces of the, like the glitter canvas from Hobby Lobby, and I cut that probably about 1/4 of an inch. You can wrap this around. Put some hot glue, wrap that other piece around, and you have a chunkier center, which I think is super cute as well. So let me show you the other way that you can go ahead and gather up the middle. So here is your, what I like to call like a wrapped burrito for your bow. So you just kind of want to lay it down on your work surface and just start from the bottom and kind of use your other fingers to kind of gather it in the middle. For me personally, this method is harder, but that might be totally different for you. So if that is something that sounds better to you than to use the needle and thread method, by all means. And then I will use my trusty DMC metallic thread, and you can use anything you have. This is what I have on hand. I will grab the tail with my opposite hand and then start wrapping, and then just kind of checking it to make sure that I'm somewhat in the center. I always seem to have a problem with that, and then when I feel like it's tight enough, I will go ahead and cut off the excess. Just tie a knot, tie it really tightly, and then I will do a surgeon's knot. Then go ahead and cut those as closely as I can. And then again, this part again is totally optional. It's just like my OCD thing and I have to do it. So here is that version. Once you do a couple of them, they will become a lot easier. Find the method that works best for you. And again, I would probably go ahead and add one of these like 1/4 inch like bands, which will make it super, super cute. And then maybe still stick a gemmy in the center. So here is the one where I use the needle and thread, and then this is the one where I just kind of hand gathered it. So it is totally your personal preference which one you want to do. Before you go, I actually wanted to share with you guys, I did create some using some of my organza, and you would think that this would be a little bit easier, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's because I doubled up on the tool, but the tool actually holds its shape better. So these really, I mean, they're cute, but they're a little bit more floppy. Like, do you see like a clear line on the sides? These are kind of more rounded. I just wanted to see what this would look like. And I love this pink organza. So I just wanted to share that with you guys in case you had some organza lying around. Give it a try. There's different textures of organza as well. Whatever you have on hand, give it a try, especially because tulle is very inexpensive and very forgiving. So let me know if you have any questions. Anna, I hope this video helps, and I know you'll be creating some of these and yours will come out super cute. So thank you guys so much again for stopping by, and I will see you guys really soon in another video. Bye guys.